Hi, this is Bob with RealTVFilms.com. We're in Austin, Texas, covering the South by Southwest Film Festival. We're at a sponsored event by Indiegogo. We've got two of the filmmakers that were involved in the film The Matador. I've got Stephen Higgins, who is the director, and Ian Rummer, the editor. Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Pleasure to meet you.
Stephen, tell us a little bit about I know you were the director. Tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, basically what happened is I saw a bullfight once, and I was amazed by it. I wasn't very happy about it, but it was like nothing else I'd ever seen. And I couldn't get out of my head. I went back to see a second one, and I started to realize this is something wholly unique in North America. And I wish there were a way, I thought, to share this with people who can't be here. Then I forgot about it for a few years and happened to be in Mexico with someone who knew a lot of Spanish matadors, and we got exceptional access and decided that we had to make a film for this. So we followed a matador, the top one in Spain. He became the #1 while we were with him. We shot over 3 years and brought back an incredible amount of gorgeous footage and had a story, and then we needed to give it some magic.
Well, that's terrific. Now, we talked to the gentleman before who did the score for The Matador. I haven't heard it, but from what it sounds like, it's an incredible score. Yeah, well, the bullfight it's a visceral experience. It's not really something you can talk intellectualize about. It's something you feel in your heart and guts. Right. And what John did was gave us a score that enabled us to tell the story in feelings without needing to talk a lot about the bullfight. And so we brought that score to Ian, and Ian, with his exceptional skill, was able to evoke the feelings that you feel actually going to see the bullfight in the film. It really transports you. It's short of going to Spain and seeing the film. Right. This is the next best thing, sitting in the seat to see the Matador. Now, Ian, I know you're the editor. Tell us, was this a difficult process to make all this magic happen with this film?
Oh, well, first I want to say that there's no shortage of phenomenal material. I mean, the stuff that was just captured there in the corrido was just amazing. And especially once we got John's music in there, there was just this synergy to be able to really convey the passion that Stephen was talking about and really let the audience experience what the corrido is all about. As opposed to trying to explain what the corrido was all about. And every editorial decision was based out of that. And you know, it's also a very controversial subject, but you know, whether people are you know, staunchly for it or against it because of the nature of it, right. It's an emotional experience for everyone. Yeah, that's the key point, and I really think that's the genius that Ian brought to it. And it is genius, sorry to put you on, but really this is something that has to be felt, because you can't make an argument for or against it. People need to make their decision on what they feel, how they react to it. And in The Matador, when I watch that movie, I feel the same things I feel when I'm seeing a bullfight in Spain live. Right. So I think we really hit the mark on that. It is a spectacle. It's like being in Spain without the hot sun and the expensive beer to see a bullfight. Now, Ian, seems like a nice guy.
Is he a good guy to work for?
He is actually. Yeah, it was.
Does he breathe over your neck and goes, no, I hate it. No, I love it.
He did not breathe over the neck. It was, you know, it was a learning experience for everyone. Every project is you learn something more from every project, and it was a great experience to work together. Actually, the three of us, you know, with Stephen Higgins and Nina Seavey, and that was a new experience too, because I've worked with Nina Seavey before, and it was a new experience to have a sort of a filmmaking team inside the edit room, 3 people together. I mean, it was great because Stephen here is fluent in Spanish. I'm not. After about a week or 2, I really started to pick up on it, and I was able to say, you know, that kind of sounds important. What's he saying there? And sure enough, he translated, and it was just a great collaborative experience, putting it together.
Now, I know that people are watching this interview are probably wondering how this was edited. What program or what process did you use to edit this film?
This film was edited in the offline stage in Final Cut Pro. It was captured in DV resolution. We cut the whole thing at DV resolution. The main source material was 24p HD cam. However, we did have lots of other extraneous formats, which is kind of the norm these days. So, you know, I had to sort of figure out how to handle those with frame rate conversions and whatnot. And we also...
So he earned his keep.
Yeah.
He definitely earned his keep. No, I really want to say, as a first-time filmmaker, I gained a healthy respect for experience in this business. And I think any first-time filmmaker really needs to surround themselves with people who have experience.
Absolutely.
There's talent, which obviously is required, but experience is also a really important part of the mix.
Well, gentlemen, go ahead.
So I was just going to say the finishing part of the process I did as well. A lot of editors just kind of specialize in one area, but I'm also an online editor and a colorist, and we finished it in the Quantel EQ, which is the perfect platform to finish a project like this because it can handle all those different formats, and the color correction tools are as good or even better than what you get in a traditional color correction suite. So I was able to actually draw on a lot of animation and compositing and keying tools to be able to pull off the mood that is so important in these corridas, because they're all shot, well they were all shot when they happened, which is at 5 p.m. at the magic hour, where the light's a little softer, but you can get these harsh shadows and bright sun in the same shot.
Right.
So, you know, there's a lot that I had to do to maintain continuity, and also to condense these very long bullfights into a couple minutes so that they could stand as a scene in the film.
Well, he sounds pretty passionate about this film. He wrapped his hand around it, I can tell.
Well, this isn't important. Let me just say one more thing about that. The bullfight is about contrast. The Matador loves the animal he must kill. The bullfight happens in the sunlight and the shade. The Matador, in a sense, is an arbiter of death for the audience. He stands in the shade, then he moves into the sun, and thanks to the editing and the color correction, we're able to show both completely. We have open shadows and we have highlights that don't blow out, so it really made a big difference.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a fun time talking to you guys. I know I've heard great things about the movie. I can't wait to see it myself. Best of luck to you and best success for this film.
Yes, thank you very much.
My pleasure. It's nice to meet you both.